Hello and welcome to my final project entitled Relevance and Requirement. What's in it for me? Have you ever wondered what goes on in the minds of learners as they walk into a class or a training program? Students may be motivated and interested in what is being taught. On the other hand, they could be hearing blah blah blah. Instructors are usually motivated by the subject or learning task, and this may not be in congruence to that of the learner. For the purpose of this project, requirement is defined in two parts. 1. The core courses needed to successfully complete program of study, and 2. The total number of credit hours needed to complete a level within the program or the overall program of study, or the number of training assessment needed to be in compliance with a related job within a particular time in a year. Relevance is the level of importance a learner places on each course of study based on intrinsic interest and career choice. The level of relevance that a learner places on a particular course affects how the learner behaves, participate or learn. A learner may categorize a course as either high or low in relevance. Likewise, a program of study or a training program may categorize a course as low or high in requirement. This brings us to this framework, which is a matrix. The top half represent courses that learners classify as high relevance. The bottom half represent courses that learners classify as low relevance. That is, courses that are of minimal interest to them. The quadrants on the left represent courses that are low in requirement. That is, elective courses. The right represent courses that are highly required. That is, core courses. Motivation theories have shown that there is a direct correlation between motivation and learning. This framework will address motivation in relation to relevance and requirement, as well as the role of instructional designers in addressing each scenario. In Quadrant 1, we have high relevance and low requirement. Motivation is high, learners are self-motivated due to intrinsic interest in the course. Example: courses that are of interest to the learner but are not offered within the degree program of study or work training program. Instructional designers' role: sustain motivation throughout the course of the program, make lesson plan interactive and lively, so that learners don't lose interest in the course. In Quadrant 2, we have high relevance and high requirement. Motivation is high, learners are self-motivated. Examples are core courses that relates to the student's goals and career. Instructional designers' role is to sustain motivation throughout the course or training program and design quality curriculum embedded in an interactive classroom environment. In Quadrant 3, we have low relevance and low requirement. Motivation is low, learners are not interested in what is going on in class. Example is an optional training assessment program. The role of instructional designers is to apply Gagne's 9 events of instruction, show testimonial videos, get learners to buy in to the class by getting them engaged through project-based learning and cooperative learning tasks. Design learning tasks to be more pragmatic. Learners want to relate to what is being taught. In Quadrant 4, we have low relevance and high requirement. Motivation is low, learners are there just to satisfy requirement. That is, extrinsic motivation or performance goals. Example: core courses that the learner has no intrinsic interest in, and given a choice, would not register for that course. The role of the instructional designer is to design dynamic and interactive curriculum, design learning tasks to be pragmatic and relatable, introduce role-playing and other problem-based and project-based learning tasks. In conclusion, there is a direct correlation between motivation, course relevance and requirement. Instructional designers are to use the tools necessary to enhance learning. Thank you.